Hello, FCC members, whether that be choristers or you that want to try something different musically. Welcome to our how-to video of recording yourself on your phones and submitting them for our choral design for these next couple of weeks, months. It's actually very easy, but before I begin into this process, I also want to still remind us in forms of worship that we light candles. And so, even in this demonstration, we still light the candle to represent Christ's presence here with and among us. So first of all, thank you for making the choice to submit your videos for our recordings for worship. I understand how vulnerable this can be, and for some degree complicated, but I promise you we're going to work this out together. So, without further ado, first thing you need, it's helpful, is some type of recording device. I prefer a phone because most of us have a cellular device. And for my choir members, I have your number, so I know you have a cellular device. Your phone is going to be the easiest thing for you because, for one, I'm going to send the recording tracks. They will be through email. For those of you that are not on the email list, one, reach out, but two, it can be put on the website as well. Take and listen to those recordings before you do any type of recording. Listen to the tracks, go through the music, go through your forms of diction. Look for your T's, your K's, any guttural sounds, and your plosive consonants, P's and B's. Watch all of those before you even begin to record, because it will save you time in the future. Once you feel confident that you know the music, you know your vocal parts, and you are ready to record, the next thing is to have another device that can play said recordings. So, if we need to make things like CDs can be made as well, so that way you have another form of sound. What we want to do and avoid is putting on headphones. If you do have headphones, it does make it a little harder for Heath to sync everything up. However, that's not impossible if that is the only way you can do it. So, with that in mind, I ask that when you have your phone, you have it facing towards you, propped up on something, whether that is a stack of books that you do, and in this case, I've taken a stack of magazines, my little sloth here, hopefully it'll stay. Probably would. And then have it at an angle that is flattering to you, where you can still see yourself and it can put you in to the recording, and you can also be hands-free to turn pages into your music. Setting up your space is crucial for that. Not just tidiness, which, mind you, sending in recordings means that people do get a little glimpse into where you're at. So if you don't want to record from home, make sure not to record from home. And if you want to record from home, make sure that it's presentable in your fashion. And you want to make sure that you have your materials, because when it falls during a recording, you will get irritated and frustrated. I do multiple takes, so I just want to help you out. Excuse me. Once you've got all of your setup, this means if you have to have a CD and a stereo or something, or you have your sound clip ready in the background, you have your books, you have your phone situated in whatever way to see you, you see it, and it catches all sounds, we can begin with the recording process. So when you are recording, it's fair to say let's have about 30% of the accompaniment playing and 70% your voice. So I don't necessarily mean to have the recording right up next to you to where it seems like it's blending sound. Put some space and sing out. Listen to yourself with the recording too. Get used to that. Get used to hearing your voice in this way, because it's going to be different for you, and that's okay. It took us a while, but the more we do it, the more we start to get a little used to it. So remember, 30% music, 70% you singing. When you do this, your phone has the ability to flip the camera. You do have a rear face, that's it, yes, rear facing and front facing. And so When you're normally holding it like this, like you're taking pictures of the world or what have you, it's normally to this camera. If you have an iPhone, and don't worry, in the written instructions, I will put diagrams so you can see these things for both iPhone, Android, other forms of smartphones. There is a button that has a camera on it with a circle design to flip. That flips your lens. Once you press it, it will flip your camera, like so. I've gone to my camera, it's down at the bottom, and when I click this, it has now switched my angle, so now it is this camera instead of the back one. And generally for smartphones, and I will find some layout design of that, it is the same thing. You can just hit a button to flip the camera to be pointing at you. Make sure it's pointing at you. If you do have difficulty with being able to flip your camera, I'm going to suggest that if you can find a way to also set it up and keep yourself in the frame, then you can switch your camera over, click a button for, well, just click your button for recording, wait a couple of seconds, like 5 seconds, start the recording and start your video, start your recording and video. Wait those couple of seconds. 5 seconds is truly a lot of time and also necessary. So, once you are finished recording, you are satisfied with your product, you will then send that to me. You can either send that through email at DeShay, that is DESHAY at fccgranbury.org. Or you can also email me to get my number. I'm not going to do my number on this video, but you can get my number and you can text me the video. That might be easier. If you have any other complications, please let me know, especially with the sending part. What I've noticed is when I record and send things to Heath is that my phone will take a while to process, and so I leave it alone, and then I've learned that the recording did not send because it was too big to process. So it might be easiest if you are using a cellular device, to send it to my cell phone number. If you do have the ability to send it to my email, please do so. I will collect all of those and send them to Heath. Heath then puts all of that together before Sunday and sends it back to me, which I can distribute to you all as well, so you can see the product before it is broadcast for our worship service. And that is the process of recording. It takes some work and it takes some practice, but like most things, you get better by doing it. So, practice makes better, not perfect. So thank you for trying. Let's get out here and do something different in this year of 2021, in this year of new chances in ministry, and let's go out and prove that choir, choral music, and singing can be done in so many different ways that reaches God's people. So thank you for tuning into this how-to, and I hope you make the decision to join in sending in music for our worship services. Thanks, loves. Have a great day.